Imagine you are in a big game. In this game, every player has their own plans, secrets, and tricks. If you don't understand how they think, how they feel, and why they act, you will lose before you even start. Robert Greene says human nature is the same from thousands of years. Kings, businessmen, friends, even enemies, they all play by the same human rules. If you learn these rules, you can predict what people will do next, influence them in your favor, and protect yourself from being fooled. But if you don't, then others will control you. They will push you, trick you, and use you without you even realizing it. That's why, to win in life, in business, in relationships, you must study human nature. It is not about becoming a bad person, it is about becoming aware and powerful. In life, there will be moments when someone insults you, or you get sudden bad news, or a deal doesn't go the way you wanted. Most people react instantly. They shout, they get angry, they panic, and later they regret it. Robert Greene says, never be a slave to your emotions. If you react instantly, others can easily control you. They will press the right buttons and make you dance like a puppet. Instead, pause, take a breath. In that small gap, you take back your power. You think, you observe, and then you decide your move, calmly. Remember, the one who controls emotions controls the game. Law 2 transforms self-love into empathy. Every person in this world is busy in their own story. They think about their problems, their dreams, their image. Truth is, we are all a little self-absorbed. But here's the trick. If you want real influence, you have to shift your focus from yourself to others. Listen deeply when someone talks, not just to their words, but to their tone, their feelings. Try to understand, what do they really want? What do they fear? When people feel you truly get them, they naturally trust you, open up to you, and follow your lead. Robert Greene's point is simple. If you can step out of your own head and enter someone else's world, you will win more friends, allies, and opportunities than you ever imagined. Because in pressure moments, calm minds make the strongest decisions. Law 3. See people's masks. In life, most people never show their real face. They wear a social mask, a polite smile, nice words, controlled expressions. But behind that mask, there can be jealousy, fear, anger, or even love they don't want to admit. If you want to understand people deeply, you must learn to look beyond what they say. Notice their body language. A fake smile fades quickly. A nervous hand keeps moving. Eyes avoid contact when hiding something. Listen to their tone of voice. Sometimes the truth leaks in the way they speak, not in the words they use. And always ask yourself, what could be their real intention? Robert Greene says, the world is full of actors, but if you can read the script behind their performance. Law 4. Recognize compulsive behavior. Every person has some fixed patterns in their behavior. These patterns are not random. They come from childhood habits or past life experiences. For example, if someone grew up always fighting for attention, even as an adult, they might keep seeking approval from everyone. If a person learned to avoid conflict as a child, they might run away from problems instead of facing them. Robert Greene says people keep repeating these patterns even when they don't realize it. It's almost like they are programmed. If you observe carefully, you can predict what they will do in the future because they will act the same way they acted before. Once you see the pattern, you can deal with them smartly, either help them change or protect yourself from the damage they might cause. You will never be fooled. Law 5. Beware the envy. Envy is one of the most dangerous emotions people hide. It grows silently, and one day it can destroy trust, friendship, or even careers. Sometimes people won't say they are jealous. Instead, they will give fake compliments or try to pull you down in small ways. They might spread rumors, ignore your achievements, or secretly hope you fail. Robert Greene says, learn to spot envy early. Look for small signs, backhanded compliments, sudden cold behavior after your success, trying to compete with you unnecessarily. If you notice envy, don't show off too much. Share credit, make the other person feel included, and keep some distance if needed. Because envy, if left unchecked, can turn even a friend into an enemy. Law 6. Use people's self-interest. Every person, no matter how nice they seem, is guided by self-interest. Simply put, people ask themselves, what's in it for me? If you want someone's help or support, don't just explain why it's good for you, explain why it's good for them. Robert Greene says, when your goals match their benefit, you will get full cooperation. Example, if you want a colleague to help on a project, show them how it will make them look good to the boss, or how it will make their work easier later. The key is simple. Connect your plan to their gain. When they see their own advantage, you won't have to push them. They will walk with you willingly. Law 7. Defend against the aggressive types. In life, not everyone shows their true face. Some people are aggressive from inside, but from outside they look sweet, charming, and friendly. They smile, they talk nicely, but slowly they try to control you, manipulate situations, and take advantage. Robert Greene says, you must spot such people early. Watch their actions more than their words. Do they always want things their way? Do they get upset when you say no? The best defense is clear boundaries. Be polite but firm. Don't give them too much control or personal information. Remember, charm can be a mask, and behind it there can be a sharp knife. Stay alert, protect your space, and never let hidden aggression trap you. Law 8. Change your perspective. In life, one mistake many people make is they see things only from their own angle. When you look from only one side, you miss the full picture. Robert Greene says, learn to see situations from many viewpoints. Think, if I was in the other person's place, how would I feel? Look at the problem from above, from the side, and even from the future. This helps you make better decisions and avoid misunderstandings. Also, don't get stuck in rigid thinking. Sometimes new information will come, and you must be ready to adapt your plan. Remember, a mind that can change its view is a mind that stays powerful. Law 9. Resist the group mentality. When we are in a group, we often start thinking like the group, even if it is wrong. Why? Because we don't want to feel left out, or we fear people will judge us. Robert Greene says this is dangerous. Groups can make emotional and bad decisions. Yes, you can work with others, but keep your own independent thinking. Ask yourself, is this really right, or am I just following the crowd? Stand firm when you know the truth. It is better to be respected for your mind than liked for blind agreement. Law 10. Accept human irrationality. People are not 100% logical. First, they feel emotions, and then they find reasons to justify those emotions. If you expect people to always act with pure logic, you will be disappointed. Robert Greene says, don't fight emotions, work with them. If someone is angry, don't throw facts at them immediately. First, calm their emotions, make them feel understood, then share your point. When you understand emotional needs, you can guide people better and avoid useless fights. Law 11. See the short versus long game. Most people want quick results, fast money, instant fame, quick success. But this thinking is dangerous. Quick rewards may give happiness today, but often create problems tomorrow. Robert Greene says, a wise person plays the long game. This means you think about the future, you build strong foundations, and you make moves that give success for many years. Short game equals temptation, long game equals real power. So, before taking any big decision, ask yourself, will this help me only now or for a long time?
Law 12. Develop your social intelligence.
If you want success, you must understand people, not just what they say, but what they truly feel. Some people are emotional, some are logical, some are insecure, some are overconfident. Robert Greene says, you must read people like a book. Watch their body language, listen to their tone, and notice the small details. When you understand their personality, you can talk to them in the way they like. This makes them trust you, respect you, and support you. Social intelligence is not about being fake, it's about being smart in relationships. If you want to win in life, first know yourself. Be aware of your emotions, your strengths, and your weaknesses. Then understand others, why they act the way they do, what they want, what they fear. When you master human nature, you can handle any situation, whether in family, business, or politics. But remember, this power should be used ethically, not to harm, but to guide, protect, and grow. Robert Greene's message is simple. Control yourself, understand people, and you can control your destiny.